Hey friends, welcome back to my page, y'all. Happy Saturday. I've got a 9x9 frame here that, let me show you, I've actually taped off the inside because we're going to paint the frame. So when you hop on, hit the heart button, type in the word lucky. I've got a great offer for y'all. So let's begin. So I taped off, as you can see, the inside because I did not want to get the white surface. And then I taped off the frame itself because all I want to paint is this right here and then the inside, okay? Hopefully that made sense because I went around and about to tell you all that. So I'm going to paint this eucalyptus. It's a very pretty green that we have. And I didn't do anything to my paste. I just simply put my paintbrush right in the jar. Now, if your paste is a little bit on the drier side, you would want to apply some distilled or purified water in there to kind of bring it back to life because it is chalk and paste form, y'all. So over time, if you don't use it a whole lot, it will start to dry up, but it's not the end of the world. Don't get rid of it. Just add distilled or purified water, okay? So keyword today is lucky because I'm going to show you how you can get lucky. 1 second. So let me show you what in the supply list. So this transfer is retired. You can no longer get this, and this transfer is available. While supplies last, y'all, those 2 transfers, along with these 6 colors, all of these, 50% off that cute little bundle. So type in the word lucky. It's like a savings of like $24 and I think 50 cents. And St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. I typically don't decorate for St. Patrick's Day, but this makes it so easy to do. Why not? So now I'm painting the inside of the frame. I just have my little paintbrush from our artist tool set. Love, love, love these paintbrushes. All right, so I think we got all of it. I just want to make sure the corners are nice and painted. Okay, and we are going to try something new. I'm going to show you something that I've kind of been messing around with this morning. And I think it's going to work. All right, so our frame is painted. Okay, so I'm just going to take all of that, if any, excess paint and put it right back into, or paste right back into the jar. I'm using the jar forms of the colors that you get in the Luckiest Bundle set so that I don't use my paste packets, okay? So now we're going to let this dry. Looks like a mess, but like I said, I taped off the inside of the white surface so that I didn't get the eucalyptus on it. And I also taped off the edges, okay? All right, next. What to do next? All right, so let me show you. This we now offer is called chalk suede sheets, okay? And I've taken a piece out. They're pretty, they're not real thick, but it's similar to cardstock, I guess. And I've just kind of cut some pieces off and put them over here. Right here, 1, 2, 3. I think we're only going to do 2 of these. But I also have a bag of clear buttons, okay? Just picked up those, I think, off Amazon. And I've taken the little pin off, all right? So they go inside there. And what we're going to do, I have a circle already, but what I'm going to show you is that you are going to want to trace the smaller piece, okay? Just grab like a pencil. You're going to want to trace the smaller piece so that you can get that circle. Now, you are going to have to trim it. Okay, like so. All right, so I've created the circle on one side. All right, and what we're going to do on the other side is we're going to actually paint it. This is where the new comes in. Okay, so hopefully it works out. So one of the colors that you get in this palette pack is Forest, which is such a pretty color. It's like a deep green. And we're going to paint the other side, okay? The white side, where we didn't have a circle. And I'm not doing any fancy painting here. I'm just kind of slopping it on all over my little chalk suede piece of paper, okay? So we're basically painting paper today. All right. And I did not water down my chalk suede. Okay, so this is kind of what you're going for. But you also want to make sure that you have decent, I don't know, paint strokes. So grab some more if you need to. Okay. And just go up and down however many times you need to get the look that you want. I just want to make sure that I cover enough on this side so that when I cut my circle out, see, there's my circle, that it will turn out perfectly the green side, okay? Hey, friends. All right, so let me see here. I'm just kind of looking to see. All right, I think we're good. All right, close this up. And then all you got to do is dry it, okay? You want to make sure it's 100% dried because we're going to put wax on this, all right? So let's see if it works. Because the thought is you have a circle. We're going to put a cute little design on here that's going to fit inside your button. And I thought I could make buttons for the boys to wear to school for St. Patrick's Day. I think it would be fun. Hi, friends. How are y'all? What are y'all doing this Saturday? Oh, you do, Michelle? Well, here you go. Here's a perfect idea. Hi, Vicki and Karen. I am, Marianne. I am very sun-kissed. Very much so. A lot of fun we had. Now, as it starts to dry, the paste is going to go from shiny to matte, okay? Just remember that, because it's going to give you a different look. And I'll show you, before it was like a solid, squarish rectangle of the forest color. And now it looks more streaky. So if you wanted to, you could go back over it with your paintbrush. Okay? And paint another coat. I, however, am not. All right, so then now your circle's on the other side, so you can cut it out. Now, we're going to have to trim this circle so that it fits inside of our button. And then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to just keep the chalk suede paper white. Okay, so let me concentrate over here. All right, so there's our circle. See, it is streaky, but guess what? I'm fine with it. You could add another coat. So then you're just going to kind of hold it up to the circle and see if it fits or drops in easily, and it does not. So I'm going to go through and just trim around the edges a little bit more. Don't cut off too much. Start small. And then if you have to keep cutting, you can. Okay, so not quite yet. And keep cutting around the edges. It's almost like a little under 3-inch round. Okay, I did measure it earlier. All right, almost, just a little bit more. Let's come over here and do this side. But I thought this would be fun, y'all. So the new part of this tutorial is actually painting the chalk suede. Okay, so not quite. I do not want to force this in because it is thicker paper. I don't want it to scrunch up on the edges. There may be an easier way to do this, but this is me and this is how I'm going to do it. So just play with it. Have fun. Okay, almost. Come out. All right, let's come over here on this side. All right, it's in there. Okay, so now we have a green button. All right, so there's an idea for that. I already have another, look, and now it won't even come out, y'all. There we go. I already have another white one ready to go. So I am going to wax this, both of these actually, and doesn't take a whole lot, but you want to protect the paste that you use to paint this one specifically, okay? But then you also want to wax the white one because the transfers stick very well to our chalk suede. And if they stick too well, you could run the risk of stretching them when you go to pick it up. You don't want that, okay? All right, so there's that. We're going to keep our wax out because we are going to need it for something else, all right? So the Luckiest Bundle is both of these transfers. That one's upside down, okay? And then 6 paste packets, 50% off, $24.50 savings. Pretty amazing. All right, so let's use this one, Shamrock 17, for one of them. Okay, so we do need to fuzz it. Hi, everyone. And then we're gonna go back to our sign here in a second. I think you're gonna like this. I'm gonna show you how to layer on a wood surface. Layer transfers on a wood surface. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna take our transfer. These are reusable. They're sticky. And I'm gonna hold it up to the light. And then I'm gonna press down and I'm gonna grab, let's do gold and white. I did put a white paste packet in the supply list, okay? Exactly, Chris, that's right. Make a template. So let's do the 17 in gold. Hopefully y'all can see this. All right, so I have a mini squeegee and I'm just going to press that paste through the screen. Just like so. Pick up all of the excess. And then we're gonna jump in with our multi-tool and do the word Shamrock in white. Okay. Pick up all of your excess and then we're gonna peel it off and see how we did. Come on. Oh, it's so cute. All right, let me set that over there. Okay, so there's that. So let's dry it. Now, you don't have to, like if you have these little clear buttons, you could just put the transfer right on top and use colors that will show. You don't have to have a background color. You don't even have to use the chalk suede paper or any other type of paper in the background. I just chose to show you guys something different. And just make sure that it's dry. Okay, so here's button number 1. Okay, so let's just put that in there. And then you want to make sure that your pin is sticking out and that it's straight, because this one, there we go. All right, pin is there. You just line it up with the shamrock. And then you just tighten it, push it shut. Okay, so there's pin number 1. Isn't that cute? All right, here's this one. Let's do, what should we do? Let's do Happy St. Patrick's Day on this one. Just kidding. We're going to do the luckiest. Okay, so this is going to go right on top of your chalk suede circle. Press it down. Now this one will do, let's do pesto. Pesto is another one of our greens. So I'm going to clean off my multi-tool over here. You can use a wipe. It makes it a lot easier. All right, so let's dip it in the pesto. And we're just going to go around with our multi-tool around the, what is this, the horseshoe, I believe. That way, it's easier to get these little bitty tiny areas. Okay, then we're going to clean that off. Just use your wipe again and put a different color in the center, and let's use Shimmer Harvest. So I am using every color that you get in the palette pack that comes with the 50% off bundle. Okay. And then we'll jump over to our frame, and I'll show you how to layer on wood. Layer your transfers. All right, there's that one. Clean that off. Peel it off. Isn't that cute? Super cute. All right, let's try this, and then we'll make our second button. Isn't that cute, Dina? Oh, you're watching from the zoo. Hi, Janet. I hope you're having fun. Hi, Wanda. All right, this does not take long to dry. The shimmers do take longer, y'all. Okay, so then you just pop it in the big circle. Grab the back. Line it up. And then press it shut. And now you have 2 buttons. I have one for each boy now.
She really is the luckiest.
Look. Isn't that cute? So you can make buttons. All right. Now let's jump over here to our little
I'm about to be the luckiest because I'm going
board.
to do this and walk away. Woo! You make it look good, baby.
I should have known you were up to something.
I'm always up to my room.
All right, I think our frame is dry. So I'm going to take all of the tape off. I used a whole bunch of tape to try and get that clean line. What do y'all think of the hat? He's always up to something. All right, so I'll show you why I did the tape method. Because I did not want to get any of the green paste on the white area. Okay, so there's this inside. Come on, come off. All right, there's that. And then we'll go around and take off the outside tape. I forgot that he had this hat, y'all. Almost done with the tape. You love the hat? Yeah, exactly, Michelle. Boom shakalaka. Surprise, you get the hat. All right, so now, look how fun that is. See the border? And then the inside. Okay, you can paint this if you want. This is ridiculous. It doesn't even fit my head. Okay, bye. All right, here we go. So we have our frame, okay? I am going to sand this just a tad. Just to make sure we have 100% even surface, flat, whatever you want to call it. Thanks, Denise. Hit the heart button, y'all. Type in the word luck. You grab this 50% off bundle. Have some fun with it. Go pick up some buttons. Just, you know, have fun. Okay. I'm going to start by using this bottom section. This is a 3-part transfer. You cannot go buy this directly on the website. It is only part of this bundle. Okay, so I've already cut it up. This was from, what year was this? 2021. Okay, so I'm going to peel that off just like so. Okay, and I'm going to start with this transfer right here. Okay, so this one is very, 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 very sticky. So let me grab my fuzzing cloth. And this is called fuzzing. This applies lint to the back so that it doesn't stick super duper well to our surface. I don't want it to stick so well that when I go to peel it up, it'll stretch it because some of it's on there too darn well. Okay. All right, here we go. This says you're the best and I'm the luckiest. All right, so let's grab our frame and we're going to put this right here towards the bottom. We're going to line up the transfer at the very bottom. I need to make sure that we have enough room for our shamrock. Hopefully that's straight. So let me see how big this is. So if we take this piece and we put it right there. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're okay if we line it up at the bottom. I think we still have plenty of room. Let me just double check. All right. Yes, we do. Okay. So now you want to make sure that you don't have any air bubbles, okay? And I'll tell you right now, I did not get that on to begin with smooth. So I just lifted it up and started pressing it down from one side and just kind of took my hand and smoothed it out, all right? That is so important, y'all. So important, because if you have an air bubble, your paste is going to bleed under that air bubble, and you do not want that. All right, let's go in with the camel. This is one of the colors that you get. And let's just use a mini squeegee. Hi, Eric. How are you? All right, so we're going to do this in camel. Just have a mini squeegee. And I'm going to pick up all of the excess as I go across and put it right back into my jar. And then I'm going to grab the forest for the bottom. And I'm going to work quick because that camel color is on the thicker side. Therefore, it is going to dry fast. Because I did not put any distilled water in my jar. Probably should have, but I didn't. Okay? And I don't want that paste to dry. So I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to check it as I lift it up. And if any of it didn't show up on the board, that means that it dried inside the screen. So this right here is basically releasing it from the screen. Okay, so all of it looks good. If it didn't, you just simply lay it back down. Don't pick it all the way up if it doesn't look right. Okay, so there's that. Let me spray this. We'll have to clean these. I thought that's what Zach was coming in for. But apparently not. It's crafting day. Hi. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Hi, Allison. 50% off, 2 transfers, 6 colors. Pretty amazing. All right, so let me just touch this. Make sure that it is dry. It is not. So let me slow down. Okay, now, here's the next part. Okay, this is super important. Let me see if you guys can see this. All right, these next 2 pieces of the transfer have 2 things. Okay, they have a number. That is number 1. And number 2 is right there. Okay, so this is telling you to put this one first, this one second. Okay, also, it has these registration marks. That is to help you line them up. Okay, one on top of the other. So we're going to start with number 1. And we are going to fuzz it. All right, so grab your fuzzing cloth. And make sure that it's not too sticky. Okay. Now, we're going to take this. Doesn't matter which way you turn it. It's all the same. But I'm going to turn it sideways, and let me show you why. If I was to lay this up and down, look what it does. It actually covers up the words, meaning that stickiness is touching the words. Could, probably not, lift up some of that paste, even though it's dry. So I'm going to play it safe and turn it sideways, because then it won't touch the words. See, right there? It stops, okay? Which is what you want. All right, so I think we're good. So I'm going to rub my finger over it, remove all the air bubbles. Now, we are on a surface that's not reusable. So these registration marks are silk screen, okay? So what I recommend is taking some placement tape, just a little bit, tearing it off and placing it over the registration marks, okay? That way you don't run the risk of chalking over it and then it goes onto your surface. Okay. What colors do I want to use? I'm going to use Forest for the hearts. Well, it's a shamrock, but it's hearts, right? And drag that down my screen, picking up the excess as I go to use it on the other portion of the transfer. Now, if you run out of paste, grab some more. You can always pick up the excess. Okay. Then you're going to take your squeegee, all of that excess, and you're going to just slide it back into the jar. Okay, and you're going to lift it up. And now we're going to have the bottom portion of our shamrock. Layer number 1. Okay, once it's good, lift it off. Check it out so far. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right, let me get this over here sprayed. Okay, and we need to dry this before we do anything. So it'll turn from shiny to matte, all right? You can put the tape underneath, yep. Hi, Janine. The trip was great. The trip was so much fun. Oh, Zach. He said he wouldn't come clean because I took the hat off. All right, so number 1, layer number 1, right? Make sure it's 100% dry. Then You want to have surface wax, because you are going to wax layer number 1 before you put layer number 2, transfer down. Super important. All right, I think we're good. Okay, grab your wax, your little wax applicator, and you're going to, I mean, you don't have to press hard, but you're going to wax that first layer. Super important, y'all. Don't skip this step. Okay. This is going to save layer number 1 from peeling up when you put transfer number 2 down. Okay, so this next color, I think I'm going to use Pesto. However, look at the jar. It's a little bit old. I am going to apply some water. And then grab a, what do you call them? Stir stick. And give the paste a stir. Okay, because I don't want to use it when it's on the drier side. So as you, what is this called? Stir it. It's going to bring that paste back to life. Okay, and become a consistency of, I don't know, sour cream yogurt-like. All right, and it is ready to use. Okay, let's grab layer number 2. And we're going to fuzz this. Look how the detail is on this one. Super fun. Fuzz it. Applies lint to the back. Hi. Thank you. Hi Karen, how are you? Thanks, Monique. Hit the heart button, y'all, and type in Lucky. You can get this bundle. Really good deal. Okay, here we go. I am going to line this up. Just like so. And again, you could use the registration marks if you wanted to. All right, and now we're going to go in with Pesto. And let's see how it turns out. Just remember, those registration marks are there. Don't go over them. Let's see how it turned out. Pick up all of that excess. Don't leave it there. Y'all hear my dog? She's talking to somebody. Slowly peel it up. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Once you confirm it looks the way you want it, lift it all the way off. Okay? Look at that. Oh my goodness. I love it. All right, so let me do all of the things here, and I will show you how to clean these, because normally I clean as I go. We are on our way out the door. Hi, Kathy. How are you? But you will get these colors in paste packets, and the 2 transfers, 50% off while supplies last. Pretty darn good deal. Okay, so let me dry this. All right, so y'all are gonna laugh at me, but I'm washing all of my cleaning mats. And this one, I don't know, can y'all tell what's on this? Do you see that design right there? Can y'all tell what that is? I actually snagged it from the kitchen. I thought it would be a good conversation starter. So tell me if you can guess what the pattern is on this cleaning mat. Now this one's not as thick as my other one, so chances are the water might go through, but this is what I had. It is, Michelle. It is from the kitchen. All right, so I have sprayed all of my transfers. Okay, so what you want to do is take your board eraser, this white thing in my hand that I'm taking the paste off with. You want to do this front and back. Super important. Okay. Wow, that cleaned off really nicely. These board erasers are amazing. But this is how you will get a lot of uses out of your transfers, by cleaning them well, pretty much right away, so that your paste does not dry up so much in your screen that it's going to be difficult to get it out. Just like that. Star Wars, yes. Do you know what from Star Wars? They are mostly white with a little bit of black. All right, so all of these are clean. Okay, so then what I like to do is take a paper towel and get off the rest of that water that is sitting there, just to fast track it. I never leave my transfers sitting to air dry. I just don't. Okay, so those are done. Clean, clean, clean. All right, so then what you do is you take the sheet that they originally started on. This is called our backer sheet. This little guy has been used so many times, he won't stay on there. And then you just slap them back on. It's like the backer of like a sticker sheet. And then they just stay in place. Okay. And then same with this one. Then you just line this up. It doesn't have to be perfect as far as where you place them. You do want to make sure that they are flat though, with no air bubbles. So if that's the case, just lift up the corner, place it back down to smooth it out. And now this one is ready to be used again. Okay, these are stormtroopers. Look, see that? Okay, in the supply list, I put one of these little easels because you can take your board and put it on the easel, and now you can set it wherever in your house. But here's what we made, y'all. We made the buttons and we made the little frame. So I think it's cute. Just water. Kathy, you can clean your transfers with any water, okay? The Army, that's right, Kay. The transfers, yes, these are the older ones. But you get the transfers, these two transfers we used, and all of the colors, 50% off. So just type in the word Lucky. There will be a link in there. Just remove what you don't want. But these two transfers and this, 50% off while supplies last. Okay? That's all I got. Have so much fun making these. The buttons are a game changer, and painting the chalk suede, game changer. And I love this frame. I love this, the outer color. I think it really pops. So, y'all have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.